Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the USO, the UUP, the GLD, the TLT, and the GDXJ. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright guys, daily chart USO, 27 cents down on the day, or 2.7% total. Guys, great bullish pattern here. We were holding the 20 MA. That was a good sign. And this little outside bar, red bar today, guys, a little bit ugly. This thing, if you're bullish, it needs to click over and go right back up. I personally do not want higher oil prices, and I believe Yellen doesn't either. So I have a small position on the SCO. We're in the money from this thing from 37.78 area, I believe it was. And that's what we're rolling with right now. So hopefully we get a little more downside. We'll pull half off of that trade and then let the rest ride as it goes into this really good area of support around the $9. If that cracks, then you're looking at the $8.65 area. These were old gap fills here, bottom pivots, $9 even number. You have the gap window, gap fill down here. So this is going to be good. So if this starts coming in the down in here, we'll pull something off. But we'll see where when it gets to the gap fill, if it does continue to follow through. Bulls, you got to get back above the 20 and then make a run for the 200 and continue higher. Bears, if this bullish pattern fails, you will be going down here to 865. It's just a matter of time. So just be patient with this trade. If you're long, tighten that stop, especially if you're from the 865 area. That was a nice little trade here. Pull some off, take some profit, let this thing drop again and do it again. So just rinse and repeat, guys. That's what we do here at StockBookie. And hopefully we get some more downside, pull it off. Maybe we get the bounce here again, do it again. So keep trading. That's all you can do in these markets. UUP, we talked about this $24 area since it was up in here consolidating. Say, hey, 24 bucks is a good area to possibly go long. I want to see what else. This is slightly bullish here, guys, but it's still below the 200, the 50, and the 20 MA. Still in a weak stance. Still just chopping around. It does this little, chop, then it bounces around, bounces up, comes back in. I don't trust this thing. I still think we have a little more downside to go. I did not go long on the dollar yet. I'm hoping for 23.50, maybe 23 bucks, but we'll have to see how this thing reacts. Of course, another week. I want to see another week of trading. That's what it seems to be doing. Goes sideways for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, comes in. Sideways 2-3 weeks, comes in. This one was about a week, comes in. Now we've been sideways for about 2 weeks now. So let's see if we go sideways and possibly set up for the next leg down. I'd love to go long the dollar. I just don't think it's ready yet. If it starts to pop up, then it's going up without us. That's about it. But a good thing. We've been sitting waiting, guys. If we would have went here, we would have been stuck adding more. Now we're just being patient. A lot of these stocks are overshooting. Let's go to the monthly on this one real quick, though. I want to see if it's stretched. Yeah, see, this one's getting stretched from here. We do have great support. This is some great support down in this area. This was the $24 with this pivot. And you have some and gap fill back in here. So I want to see if this thing sets up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months down, guys. Unbelievable. Kind of like here. A couple months up and more months down. This was a great run here. This is when the dollar was going up and oil was getting plowed the first time. But this was a magnificent run here. So let's see if this thing can pull back a little bit more. And these are just lines where there's significant support here. You have another gap fill down here at 22. So we'll look in this area too. This is big as well. You got all these pivots highs from here. You have where it broke out, made the new highs up into this area and then pulled back, pulled up, and now it looks like we possibly might be coming back to the 23 area. 50 MA and the monthly's holding up, bigger time frame. So let's go back to the daily. But daily, chopping around, looking a little bit weak. We'll see where this thing holds or continues on its own merry way, moving up to the 50 MAs, couple gaps to fill, stuff like that. So right now, protect your trade if you're short. Going long, you can nibble if you want to. I'm going to try to see if I can get a little bit lower prices. Even around 23.50 would be nice too. We're only looking for a couple dollar move up. Try to get that 10% on these trades, and that would be it. So UUP, guys, a little bit weak still. Watch for some lower prices to come. We'll see. First day of the week. Let's see what happens on Friday. I like to go more on the weekly on this one anyways, and just to see if we get more of a pattern here for more downside action on the UUP. Let's go to the GLD. Now, the GLD has been making a pretty good run, guys, almost to the 123. Unbelievable. We talked about it. It came back down. We held this area, held this pivot down in here, and what a launch, guys. Gosh, I wish we took a small gold. We're in a gold position, half position still. We sold back here, got to this area. Let's wait for consolidation and next move up. Let the 20 MA curl into price or catch up to price. So this is going to pull back a little bit more down into this great support, fill the gap, and then maybe the next move up. So we're trying to wait patiently. But we took this trade from 116 right in here. When we got up, we sold at 118 in this area because we're running some turbulence. Gosh, I wish we would have held the quarter position on that one. But anyways, we're back up to the top. Let's see if we can get another couple bucks on this thing. I'm still thinking 130, guys. Not even a couple bucks. I'm thinking about 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe $10 more up if gold starts to launch. We're right back into the big pivots. Let's see if we can consolidate, get above that. Next area would be 125. Then you got a couple gaps to fill, 125.73, 126.48. And then ultimately you have double top right here at 134.94. I think we could get there, guys. That'd be almost a $10 move from here. But I want to see the consolidation pattern. I want to see what it gives us, you know, off these pivot tops here. We could come right back down and do another one of these guys and then go back up. So we'll see. We've been in a pretty good range. Chop, chop, chop. And we're at the high end now. Let's see if we can move on up and get through the 120. Where is it? Say 123.34. So we get through 123.34. Boom. We're going right here to 124.22 and then higher 125. Then I still think we're going to 130 on the GLD. So just hold tight with this one, guys. Let's see if we get a little bit higher prices. But, well, if you took the trade from down here, though, 114, 115, take some off right here. Take half off. Protect it. Do something with it. All right, let's go to the TLT. TLT, nothing really, you know, we came back to this range. We're holding this, the 618 from this low pivot to this high pivot here. We have the 750 retrace here at 127.08 as well as the gap fill. So we could move up a little bit higher into this area. We'll have to see how the bond market reacts. At this point, there's no rhyme or reason, guys, with these markets. It's just grinding on light volume. Bond market's kind of, you know, going up and down. I mean, it was moving up here on the TLT, and then boom, look at that down move. Now we're one up, one down, one up. Now do we chop down this lower range? We have a slight little W here. I like W patterns at the bottoms a little bit more, or the M pattern at the tops. But let's see if we can get above. We got to close and stick above 126.04, and then of course the 618 and fill this gap up in here. But at the end of the day, guys, if you're bullish on the TLT, you got to get above this trend line. You got to fill some gaps, and then ultimately fill this gap and get above the 140.69 area. Actually, not the 140, the 128.59 area. I'm looking at the 52-week high. This was not the 52-week high, so let's see if we can break through that and start moseying on. Right now, we're consolidating above the MAs, slightly bullish. Overall, though, you're in this channel, a little bit bearish, being down in this lower range down in here. So right now, it's a 50-50 shot. Could go up, could go down. Let's see how this pattern develops for the rest of the week into Friday, and that will give us a better shot with this 20 MA curling up to see how it reacts into when it runs into price on the TLT. But right now, guys, a little bit bullish above the MAs, good stance. Got to get above this pivot in the 618, and then it could continue its way up to 127, then 128.59. Ultimately, probably get to 130. I don't have anything else up here. Let's just pull it back. Yeah, this is a big area here. Then look at that gap down. So you have a gap fill around 130.11, and then, you know, a couple gaps in here and stuff like that. So let's watch out, see what happens. Got to get above this pivot first. But look at this, though. Down, sideways channel we've been talking about. So let's see if we could get back up into here and you know, get back above this trend line and continue going up in this bullish manner on the TLT. But right now, you know, nothing really wrong with it. It is setting up in a big bearish pattern. Let's see what we get out of this one on the daily. See if we could go back to the 128.59 area off of a bullish consolidation above the moving averages. All right, guys, so let's give this one a little more time. Bullish stance. Let's see what happens. But man, you know, what's some good action? 122, yeah, $8 move. Yeah, it's giving you some pretty good moves. So let's see what this pattern develops. We'll look at it possibly on Friday or what have you. On the weekly close, let's take a look at it from there. Then the GDXJ. GDXJ just kind of stalling out, guys. I'm surprised it didn't move up more with gold. But remember, we talked about the 20 and the 50. It got above it again, and here we go. But if you would have bought 31.77, 32, no, that's not enough really to trade. But you know, it got above the moving averages. Kind of slipping today a little bit. Let's see what the next couple days brings, maybe going into Friday, got to stay above the 20. If we could do that and just go sideways and consolidate for the next 4 days, 5, 6, 7, I'd like to see this one into next week possibly start to move up then. You know, give it about a week, maybe 2 weeks of consolidation. As long as it stays above this area, you know, it stays above this 32.86, a gap fill, a couple gaps to fill on the way down. So let's see if we can hold the MAs, go sideways for the next move up. If it starts to slip, then you're looking for the gaps, pivot, and you want to stay above. Let's move this line. Let's move that out. You want to stay above that line and keep making, see how, well, it made a higher high, then it came back in. You don't want to see that, but it held this pivot here, which was good. Right back up, held that pivot. You want to hold this pivot now. You kind of just want to steer step up here, and then next step would be getting it above the 200 MA. We get above that, like I've been saying, and you're going up into this area as well. And it's getting closer to price. So if we build up compression from a bullish pattern, this could pop through. That bullish pattern fails, we'll probably go back down and test these lows. I still think we're getting down in here, but maybe not at this point. With Korea staring up and stuff, let's, you know, gold was making a move, but this one really wasn't following that much. I want to see another push up, and then this will be some big resistance too right here at the $35 area and the 200 MA. So let's see what happens in the next couple of days. Does it consolidate above the MAs, or does it start slipping and come right back in? So, you know, right now we don't have too much. A couple days of a slightly bullish pattern above the MAs, and other than that, that's really about it, guys. All right, again, guys, thanks for stopping by, watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully I'm helping some of you guys out there making some trades and just holding off on some trades. The USO, a lot of people were asking me to go long on that one, and we all know what happened with this. So I was like, you know, the move was already made, you know, from here to here. That was a great trade. Now it's starting to slide, so be careful. Be careful overall, guys. If you're long a lot of stocks, just tighten those stops. Let them keep grinding on the light volume. There's nothing wrong with just following them and just grinding it up. You know, hey, but just don't turn a great trade into a turd. All right, guys, thanks again for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.